Does this feel like UFC 90 at all with Silva?
Yeah, it feels exactly the same. It was a good night. Everybody else had a great fight, great night. The main event was disappointing. Thank God the Iceman came out and Rua and, gunslinging like they do and put on a great performance. Stout and Wyman put on a great fight, et cetera, et cetera.
So why was it a disappointment, the main event?
Did you watch it? Anderson Silva is the most talented fighter in the world when he lets his hands and feet and knees and elbows go. And he did none of that tonight.
I watched it. I just want you to say it. Because it's one thing for me, the grumpy media guy who bitches about everything, to say it. And I kind of think a voice of the fans to a certain extent. So maybe I overreact a little bit. And I got shredded after UFC 90. I'm not making it about me, but it was kind of a 50-50 thing with Anderson. I called him a jerk afterwards. Then we heard, he couldn't get off. He counterpunched. Cote didn't want to fight. I thought I saw much of UFC 90 here again.
Yeah, I think that I don't disagree with you at all. I agree 100%. And I can tell you this, after being in this business for, almost 10 years now, I've never been embarrassed of a UFC fight like I was tonight at the main event.
So what was embarrassing? The fact that they wouldn't engage or some of the antics of Silva?
Both of them. I was embarrassed by both of them, to be honest with you.
You were embarrassed by Lightus?
Both of them.
Okay. You didn't think he wanted to engage?
Both guys. No, I think that, he started to engage when Anderson Silva would throw the right hand, he dropped to the ground and, try to get, I think I liked everything that Talis Lade has said before this fight. I think everybody has a game plan when they're going against Anderson, and it goes right out the window once they start getting kicked and hit by this guy. He's that talented. And Anderson would be on the ground hitting Talis, and then would just stop and stand up, and then make it look like it was Talis's fault for not, fighting.
Trying to embarrass him. And I think making the sport look bad in some ways.
Yeah, well, I don't think they're making the sport look bad. I mean, one fight between two guys can't make the sport look bad. You know what I mean?
That's two fights now with Silva where he refused to engage or wanted to clown the other guy.
I don't disagree with you at all.
Which in some ways, and we're talking to Dana White here.
When I tell you, I'm trying to wrap my brain around this thing and figure this out, and I just cannot. I can't get it. I'm about 2 minutes going back in here, and we're going to talk and find out what the problem is.
I feel like I'm back at the Sears Center, honestly. These are the same things.
Too.
Yeah.
I seriously was sitting on my seat going, no, this is not happening again. Second round, he's going to do it.
Yeah.
Third round.
You said that night you were ready to slam your head through the table.
Yeah, I swear to God, I wanted to leave tonight. I've never not wanted to come to a press conference so bad like I didn't want to come tonight. Because after his last performance, he was not happy with the way he was received. So I figured this time, nope.
So why screw around with him anymore at middleweight? I mean, I'm getting fans texting in saying, you know what, if he's not interested in fighting or in engaging, throw him in with Quinton Jackson. Let's go.
Yeah.
Throw him in with a 205 who wants to fight.
I said the same thing. I said the same thing at the press conference. I said I think if he needs to challenge himself, we've got a division right above him that would be very challenging.
This one sucked. I mean, obviously, Liddell is disappointing, but then when your main event goes down like that.
You know what? See, but that's the thing. I was not disappointed with Liddell at all. I really wasn't. The thing with Chuck is one of my best friends. He's like family to me. I was going to make him retire after his last fight. He flew out to Vegas, sat down with me, made a deal with me, and assured me he was going to do the right things for this fight. Da-da-da-da-da. He did everything he said he would do, and he came out and did it his way, toe-to-toe, blast, and the fight was great. The fans were going crazy, and Chuck came out and fought the way that's made him the biggest superstar in mixed martial arts. And
So you mentioned that Chuck Liddell is done. Chuck said he's done. He's not going to fight anymore for the UFC.
Well, I said Chuck's done.
Okay, did Chuck say that?
No, but Chuck's done. And it's not that he's not going to fight anymore for the UFC. He's not going to fight anymore, period.
Well, I mean, I think that's an interesting question because I wrote that on the recap, and I was theorizing about that beforehand. He just lost to 3 of the top 5 guys in the world. He clearly can make money fighting other people. He's probably 8, 9, 10 at 205.
Yep.
It's kind of tough to tell a guy who could probably make $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 if it's not with you, with someone else in Japan or with one of the companies that are trying to compete with you, to tell him, you know what, you can't do it.
Yep. It's the way it is, man.
What's the deal with his contract? If a year from now he's like, Dana, listen, I want to fight again.
He can't fight again. He's going to be 40 years old. He's made a lot of money. He's been the champion. He's proved everything he has to prove to everybody. There's no reason for him to fight anymore. I don't care. Yeah, he's a big name. We can sell out arenas with him. We can still sell pay-per-views with him, but I don't want to see that.